Good morning, everyone. It's Lindsey Huddleston back in the building with another SPS Monday Motivation. That's right, back at it again on Monday, October 2nd. October 2nd, 2023, the 10th month of the year. And last time I checked, it's 12 months in a year, 2 more months, 60 plus, 90, close to 90 days, and we'll be in 2024. I want to put that out there not to raise concern or fear, but let you know this year is moving by. I know many of you would just say, Lindsey, we were just talking about Happy New Year. Some of y'all still got a headache and hangover from the New Year, right? But hey, the life moves on, life goes on. So what is today's topic? And I'm so excited to talk about it. Is meditation and manifestation. Meditation and manifestation. I always tell you, you all know that my comments come from, something I experienced or something from the headlines. And I already had this message on my heart. And who is the first person this morning? Good morning, son. Coming from my mother, Patricia England. Good morning, mother. She was my Airbnb this weekend. It's been a long time since I stayed at my mama's house for the whole weekend. Michelle, somebody finally beat you, and it happened to be my mama, right? I guess that's only right. Good morning, Michelle Watkins. I was just saying how my mother's home was my Airbnb for the entire weekend. I stayed down 2 days. That's a big deal compared to going down and back. But mother, you were a great host. We had so much fun just sitting, talking. Our seafood pizza from Pizza Papa's, that's before I went over to Championship Sunday at Detroit Pizza that won an award from NPR. Hey, there's a number of love all the way around. But so blessed to be able to have you and to be able to sit and talk with you and laugh and joke with you. And you're such a blessing in my life, my daughter's life, and all my friends. But that was a good thing. Yeah, and then you get you a shout out. Miss Michelle Mimi Watkins says, good morning, Miss Pat. Hey, we got a great thing going on. I am talking about meditation and manifestation. It was on my heart to talk about this topic, but what just really validated so many things was the great experience I had this weekend. Friday, I was at Belleville High School watching Belleville, make this unprecedented run. It looked like they may be on their way to their third straight championship. Jeremiah Beasley, All-American. Bryce Underwood, number one quarterback, number one recruit in the country. These guys are outstanding. So is their coach as well, Coach Calvin Norman as well. It's great connecting with him. But then I went over to BCAM, Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan, on Saturday. It was headlined by none other than Hall of Fame Coach Tom Izzo, my guy, and it was great to be in the building at BCAM. It was a great experience. Not that just yet. All the way around, BCAM was great, and I was happy to be on the agenda talking about my work that I'm doing with name, image, and likeness, the portal, as well as, mental health. And to get a shout out from Tom was awesome. To be able to listen to his presentation. He didn't even want to do the on-court demonstration, which he normally does, because he just wanted to talk about the state of basketball. But also to be able to have a presentation there that was so exciting, so enjoyable, talking about my background. My brother Kevin Marshall Sr., who's always on the podcast, was in the building. He and I sat down. We had a fire interview, and it was great. Then I wrapped up with Championship Sunday with my good brother, Mr. Demand Greatness. I call him DeAndre Carter. We got some fire interviews coming. He got some great motivation for you guys. So what am I getting at, Kevin? I just shouted you out, man. Just put your picture up, man, talking about all the fun that we had and the great interview that's going to be coming up with you later on this week, talking about all the things you're doing in Bearcat Country as well. Oh, another shout out. My mother says, good morning, Michelle, with your beautiful spirit. She does have a beautiful spirit. But you know what? Michelle is one person I wouldn't cross. I think that beautiful spirit would say, okay now, and I say that with nothing but love. But what am I getting at? They said, yes, sir, I enjoyed it. This experience at BCAM, I enjoyed it immensely. As great as it was, this was the power of meditation and manifestation. Now, particularly in the African American community, we don't downplay prayer. But I just want to clarify something. These aren't two things that are mutually exclusive, prayer and meditation. Prayer is talking to God. Meditation is talking to yourself. Prayer is talking to God. Meditation is talking to yourself. So when we talk about meditation, it's defined as, meditation I would say first, is defined as the practice has been shown to decrease The practice of meditation has been shown to decrease distractions and rumination. That's when you kind of go over something over and over again and make negative and automatic thoughts seem easier to let go and promote greater enjoyment in the present moment. Some say it's impossible for us to make our thoughts disappear. Often, the more we try to suppress them, the louder they become. But practicing meditation can help clear the way of our mind's chatter. And this was all from Psychology Today, some evidence-based information, as the young lady I had a great interview with today, Danielle Phillips, talking about sports nutrition, emphasizing how something should be based on evidence. Studies show that meditating for as little as 10 minutes increases the brain's alpha waves, associated with relaxation and decreased anxiety and depression. Yeah, just having a few moments to yourself. Who we got here this morning? I got my brother J.A. Jones popping in. What's up, brother? Good morning to you, man. I appreciate you. And Michelle comes on. She says, say it. Say it. I love it. So what I'm talking about is that making that time for yourself to meditate. I just remember even being at my mom's house this weekend, and because I had so much going on in my schedule so wild, and I probably had the craziest sleep schedule in America, being at my mom's home and just having those few minutes where I wasn't on TV, I wasn't on social media, I was just having some moments to slow down and clear my mind, and then also be able to kind of say, well, what is it you want? That's when you start lining things up. And that's when we get to the other part of today's conversation, which I got from the Manifestation Collective, a great resource. That is talking about manifestation. The word manifestation means to create something, to turn something from an idea into a reality. Kevin knows about this. He started the great podcast, More Than a Coach. And I remember when he was just putting out the images, and now he's at a point where he has an all-star roster of individuals that come and speak. Let's talk more about what manifestation is. What is the psychology behind manifestation? The manifestation process involves both conscious and subconscious elements. Consciously, individuals set clear intentions and practice positive thinking. It's very important that we talk about this because here we are wrapping up 2023, folks. I know you got things on your heart you want to do. I know you got things you want to continue to achieve. And I want to tell you, as a living witness, my life over these years has been just that, between prayer, obviously, but that meditation and that manifestation, because so many times we let someone else's agenda become our day and what we need to do just for their sake, and that does not always have to be the case. My brother Brian Beverly, B. Bev in the building, he says reflection is critical in moderating daily behavior and to make critical improvements towards long-term sustainable success. That's Dr. Brian Beverly, if you really know what's going on. I appreciate that. But we don't do that, B. We're so reactionary to the phone and to what societal whims are kind of leading us to, where we're not able to create our own canvas. And the reason I want to talk about how enjoyable this weekend was is because years ago, you guys may know this story, USA Basketball 2015. I'm pointing to my image down there at the bottom of the screen. There's a white female, and I'm sitting right above her. I was at this coach's clinic in Vegas. I think Coach Calipari was speaking. And I was saying, what do I want to do next? And a year later, I'm a presenter. But even more so, to bring it home more so, if you look at the top of the page on the right, that's Coach Don Showalter with USA Basketball. It was 5 years ago that he was in this room at Oakland University presenting. Just as I'm looking, I was walking in the door with Coach Showalter presenting. And now I am there, standing where he stood. It makes me emotional to think about from whence I came. And I'm not there with someone else's agenda. This is what I manifested. To be able to go there and be able to have that. Here's a great picture with Tom Izzo and I. That's my guy. But it didn't always start like that. Tom does not suffer any fools. You know that. And I say that to say, to get to the point to be able to expose myself to the Michigan State basketball program, not as a person in the media. I didn't start out in the media there. I started out there as another individual coming through the door that they had to be leery of because they had to protect those young people. He said he got to watch out for the 2 Ds. It was, what did he say, Kevin? It was dirt bags and distractions. He didn't know who I was coming through that door several years ago. But over time, me being able to manifest this process of talking about sports psychology and how we can help this generation of athletes be better going forward, we built this relationship. Tom gave an amazing presentation for an hour. It was great, and I'll get to see him tomorrow for the Michigan State Media Day. So what am I getting at, folks, with this time? You need to meditate so that you can manifest your destiny going forward. How do we do that? 5 principles of manifestation. What are those 5 principles that we can talk about? My brother Kevin Marshall signed off and said, yes, sir. It's my brother right there. He was holding me down in the presentation all the way around. 5 principles of manifestation. Be specific and what you like. See, that's another problem. We say, well, we general with it. Maybe you're not getting what you want because you're not asking for what you want. Oh, I did. And as my brother said last week, said sometimes we want to be careful not to set ourselves up for failure. But you got to be specific in your ask. One thing I give to this generation, man, this young generation, they'll ask you for what you want. It may put you off a little bit, like, dang, you came out just like that, but they're asking for what they want. Speak clearly. Speak clearly, that is, to the universe is another way to do that. Speak clearly and directly into the universe. Don't just say, oh, I just want to be happy. Say, I want to be able to achieve X, Y, Z in order to be happy. Be very intentional in your words and what you're trying to say and what you're trying to put out there. Michelle says, she says it. Michelle says, meditate to manifest your destiny. Meditate to manifest your destiny. There we go. That's what we're about right now. Meditate to manifest your destiny. And prayer requires you to be specific, and so does meditation. I think, Michelle, that there has been a very, how should I say, we're very careful in the black community when we talk about getting into this space of meditation over prayer, these Eastern culture, Buddhist type experiences when we grew up through the power of prayer. And it's not taking anything away from that. My brother J.A. Jones says, come from a position of power, not from a position of begging. That's right. And you know what? You almost on to my next comment about that. You're absolutely right, brother. I appreciate that. Also being grateful for the things that come into your life. We talk about that gratitude all the time, you know, and also as well, take inspired action and be open to how you receive these opportunities. That's right. That's that position of power we're talking about. Don't be mousy talking about what you want. Oh, if I can just, well, that's how it's going to be. Don't be a lukewarm handshake in your ask. Can't stand that. How you doing? Nice to meet you. And it ain't nice to beat you with that handshake. Inspire me with that firm grip. Saying, this is what I'm about. Be intentional. Know what you want. Say it to the universe. Meditate on that to manifest it. And talk to God and say, Lord, you know, allow me to be deserving enough to get it. And you got to do that because I don't want my friends, my people, the people I'm in contact going into 2024 talking about this ain't it. I want them going into that with a spirit of abundance. Not necessarily for just material things, but just for peace of mind, your relationships, your outlook towards life. And I tell you, if you can just sit for yourself with yourself for a little while, you can help yourself get to that point. I don't want to keep you guys too much more this morning. We're past the 10-minute mark. We're into the 12-minute mark, but it's been a great week for me. And I'm looking forward to more greatness. And I'm not here just to stand on my soapbox and say, look at me, look what I'm doing. I'm trying to tell you guys, hey, you can do it too. And if you're already doing it, we're going to be an inspiration for somebody else to do it. We all are in this process together. The more success I have, the more success you have, the more success we all have. Michelle said, be grateful for what you have. We often overlook what we have when we're chasing what we want. You're absolutely right. And let me give you something. I'm glad you brought me back to this 10-minute miracle. I've shared this with you guys before. It changed my life after that horrible car accident I was in. I walked away unscathed. Thank the God above that I was able to do that. It's very important that you do this. My brother Kevin says, speak, my brother, we got time. Okay, brother, thank you. Thank you, brother. He said we got time. Kevin saw this in the presentation, the 10-minute miracle. Before you grab your phone in the morning and start looking at social media and reading them emails and responding to what the world is talking about, make time for yourself. Financial gurus say pay yourself first. For the first 4 minutes, write down what you're grateful for. That's that gratitude that Michelle is talking about. Write down what you're grateful for. And normally that gratefulness will help trigger you to come out of that spiraling, depressed mindset. My brother Ezra Bell is in the building. Weston's finest. Appreciate the wisdom. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother, for sure. I'm on countdown. I see you at homecoming real soon. Hope we can catch up. And then for the next 4 minutes, those affirmations, that's talking about what you want as if you have it already. My brother Kareem Bowen representing. He said, great info, brother. I love this. I appreciate you, brother Bowen. We are long overdue. Last time we hung out, we was on the West Coast. You know, it's about time we get with you. I got to come that way towards Saginaw to get with you, man. And then those last 2 minutes for meditation. Brother Bowen is a man of God. He'll talk about prayer as well, man, but you got to be able to make time for yourself so we don't just jump into what the world has. And see, what happens is we start off like this and we never slow down. We start off running off the phone. I got to respond to this email. We never slow down. What are you going to put into yourself that you can put into your world? These thoughts, these dreams you have can come true. I'm showing you guys. I showed up at that event with my first SPS shirt. And I was talking about what I wanted to do. And people saying, yeah, okay. And I get here and I get greeted by the Hall of Fame coach. I get my brother, Kevin Marshall, a staple in this community. I sat Kevin down for an interview, and people came up to him saying, "Yeah, brother, I know who you are." You know what I'm saying? And these are my colleagues, my brothers out here. We trying to impact things. And then to be able to give a presentation on a topic that's near and dear to my heart, NIL, the portal, and mental health, and stand on my own. I just use this as an example to tell you that you can meditate and manifest your destiny. And you can pray on it just as well. All these things. And I want this to happen for you. I want everyone on my timeline to be able to have their dreams come true. Now, let's go take some work. That's another podcast. You got to work at it. I didn't say meditate, manifest, and sit back and then fall in your lap. You got to work. I've been moving. My brother told me, Keith Tate said, the hardest working man in show business. Yeah, I get that work in. We got some more content coming out. Kareem says, this is so true. I just shut down direct messaging to eliminate some points of contact. Those are distractions. Everyone should not have access to you. Oh, okay, you giving me a topic for next week, brother? Talk about access and being able to say no, the power in no. Kevin says, powerful, yes, we can all walk in our purpose. Yes, we can. And guess what? Me walking in my purpose doesn't stop you from walking in your purpose. You walking in your purpose don't stop me from walking in my purpose. That's why I can support you. Work is required for everything. That's why, brother, I wanted to sit down on that podcast and talk about what you were doing with it, with more than a coach. To show people that you go from conception to this idea and you get it here. My brother Ezra Bell comes in and says, consistency overcomes resistance. Core, I love it. Consistency overcomes resistance every day. You got to keep putting in the work. So that's the other part. This ain't no hack. This ain't no app. This ain't no shortcut. I'm saying meditate, manifest, and go put the work in. I got a lot of content I got to put out here. I'm about to flood your timeline over the next few days. I got my brother DeAndre Carter about to drop his interview in a second, probably a 2-part. Then I got my brother Kevin Marshall. I got Dan Young. I got Kevin Richards. I got Steve Hall, state championship coach Steve Hall out of Cass Tech. Kevin says, yes, sir, we got to make that happen. So, oh yeah, you already know. You already know, brother. You already know. So with that, y'all got me rocking for 17 minutes. Kareem says, love DeAndre Carter. Oh, yeah, good brother, Mr. Demand Grady. Y'all got me rocking for 17 minutes. Kevin Marshall said, take your time, brother. Y'all got me going, but, hey, I'm glad we got this out here, man. We going to be okay. And guess what? We going to help others be okay. We going to be all right, and we going to use our blessings to help others be all right. I appreciate you guys. Glad I had this time to share. I'm going to go ahead with this day. I'll be dropping some more. I'm just going to put the stuff out there because as soon as I put it out, I got to get it ready for the next. So ain't no telling what's going to drop today. But I appreciate you guys. Meditate, manifest so you can have the future that you want. Everybody deserves the feeling I have. Everybody deserves this feeling. I want the best for you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting SPS. Support yourself too. Love on yourself. Love on your people around you. If they can't give you no love back, don't worry, keep it moving. And Kareem, you're right. That might be the next topic. Everybody don't get access because that can't stop it. My brother, Dr. Brian Beverly says, glad I got to catch money, motivations, and respect. Respect to you too, bro. Respect to you too, bro. I appreciate you, fam. So with that being said, I'm up out of here. See you later. Have a great day. Have a great week. Have a great month. Have a great year. Have a great life. Peace out.